Hey guys, welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to be using the chords which we learned in the previous lesson. We're going to be turning into an arrangement that sounds something like this. Before we get started, if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing to our channel and leaving us a thumbs up. You can drop us a comment. And if you'd like to have the tabs, the backing tracks, the grids, and plus some extras, do check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/altguitar. That being said, let's get down to it. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to learn the introduction. This song has a really cool introduction. Then we're going to learn the melody for the A section. We're going to then add some chords. Then we're going to deal with the B section. So starting with the introduction. In the arrangement, I chose to do the introduction a little bit more like the Getz Gilberto version, because it's a little bit more interesting. It has one or two extra bass notes that you don't get in the Jobim version. So it's going to sound like this. So let's break it down. The introduction has two main chords, E minor 7, so 6th string open, 3rd string 4th fret, 2nd string 3rd fret, and then open 1st string. So E minor 7, we're going to play the bass twice. And then we're going to change to the A flat 9 13, A7 flat 9 13 chord with the bass A. So it's 5th string open, then 3rd string 3rd fret, 2nd string 2nd fret with a little bar with finger 1, then 1st string 2nd fret. So it's going to sound like this. And then we're going to play the bass one more time, the A, and we're going to play the harmonic on the 7th fret of the 4th string. So, and then back to the E minor 7. This time we don't play the harmonic. So very slowly sound like this. Then let's take a look at the A section, the melody for the A section. That's the first part over the A section. So we have second fret, 3rd string, and then open B, open 2nd string. And that again. And then a little chromatic note from the 7th fret, 7, 6, 5, 2, and 0 on the 2nd string. So then we're back to the A, 3rd string, 2nd fret. This time we're going to end with the D, 3rd fret, 2nd string. Sound like that. Now let me add some chords over that melody so you can get an idea of what it will sound like when we add the harmony, the chords over that. So very slowly it will sound like this. Remember from a previous lesson, in the A section we have 2 bars of D6 or D6 9, 2 bars of E dominant 9, and then 2 bars of A9 sus4, and then back to the D, the D6 9. But what we're going to do in this version, when we play the song as a solo piece, it gets a little boring if we only use one chord every 2 bars. So for the D6 9, we're going to play this shape here. The melody note is sitting right at the end of that shape. So fits, the melody fits over that really nicely. And we're gonna change to this shape here, which is a D6 over F sharp. And then we're gonna play the E9 again. The melody is sitting in the very top, at the top of that chord. We're gonna push it back. We're gonna use this version of the E9, the dominant 9, but it's just in a different voicing. So it's gonna sound like this. So here we have the E9, then E flat 9, just as passing, because the melody is sitting on the second string, and then this is just the according version of the E9. Has the same notes, but it's all inverted. So, and then we're going to play this version of E13. You can add a little embellished G sharp there, and then play the B. So sound like this. And since we have a little bit of time here, you can play an E dominant 7 as an accompaniment. So sound like this. Going forward, we're going to play a bar of E minor 7 and a bar of A9, and ending back on the D6 with this fingering. So it'll sound like this. Again, the melody's there, and then the melody's going to go on the open B. G7. Very slowly, the A section will sound like this. The A section gets then repeated one more time. But there's a little variation. Instead of us playing 2 bars of D, we're going to play a bar of D6 and a bar of G9. So it's going to sound like this. This is the same. And the same. This chord, this D6-9, to complete the last bar as a variation. So you may want to choose to practice it like this. Isolating the chords and from the melody, and playing the melody alone as well. Let's take a look at the B section. The melody in the B section goes like this. First we start on the 5th fret. Okay, so it's 5th fret on the 2nd string. We're going to play 4 times. And then we play 1st string 6, back to the 7 on the 2nd string, and then we'll use the open string. So. And then we have something very similar, starting here on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. 3 times on the 2nd string, 3 times on the 2nd fret, first string. And then little chromatic passage. Let me show you what it will sound like when you add some chords. So, and then that takes us back to the A section. So the melody starts on the 5th fret of the 2nd string. And we're going to play an A minor 7 over that. And if you can finger it like this, that's the best way. Otherwise you can try with the fingers without the bar. And then we're going to play a D13, and then the melody goes to the 6th fret. So and then so. And then we're going to let that E ring. We're going to play a G major 7 and a G6 over that. So very slowly. And then we're going to play a B minor 7 on the 2nd fret. You can also do it here if you prefer, with the same fingering as before. I'm going to play there. I prefer the tone of the F sharp on the 1st string, but you can do it here if you want. And then the same shape as before, but before it was a D13. This time it's going to be an E13. So then I'm going to just slide from the 5th fret to the 7th on the 2nd string and play it A13 and hit the open E, and then I'm going to play as an accompaniment, as a chord accompaniment. That's it, guys. This is the arrangement. I hope that was helpful. I hope you managed to follow the lesson. Sometimes, when we play these songs, we do it differently every time we do. So there isn't one way of doing it. Every time we sort of changing slightly. This is why it's nice to learn the chords first, because then you can kind of improvise a little bit. As long as you're on the beat, as long as you're in the right bar, you'll be fine. If this is your first time here, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Leave us a thumbs up, drop us a comment, and look forward to seeing you in the next lesson, where we're going to learn how to improvise on the chord sequence. So see you there. Bye bye for now.